All right. We are live here with Manny behind the mic. Good evening, everyone. Give it another few seconds here. Hey, good evening, everyone. Within just 1 second, let me do some quick sharing here. All right, good evening, everyone. Hope everyone's having a great Thursday evening. Tonight, we've got our very special guests, the Camille Playhouse, as they open their 59th season next Thursday with the production of Pippin. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and bring in. Let me cancel this hideous music. Sorry about that. And here we have the Camille Playhouse Players. How you doing, everyone? We got no sound, or did nobody say anything? No. Okay, we're having a sound problem. Hey, Brian, are you around?
Yes, I am. Oh well.
Okay, I guess the sound doesn't pick up way back there. And with us also is Brandon.
Well, they say yes. They are here, ready to go.
Perfect. How's everybody? You guys rehearsing today?
Today we have a run through of the show with actually some of our understudies going in for some of the principal roles. With our show coming up next Friday, we want to make sure everyone has enough opportunities to be ready to go on the stage.
That's awesome. Now, are you starting Thursday or Friday? I thought it's Thursday, isn't it?
Friday is our official opening night, which is the 16th. The 16th, and the Thursday is actually, oh, there I am.
There you are.
The 16th is a preview night for some of our special guests and other invited people.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Otherwise, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is the same schedule as usual.
Correct, yes.
Okay.
The Friday, Saturday at 8 o'clock, and then Sunday at 2 o'clock.
Awesome. So, Brandon, is it you, or you want to pick somebody to come up and tell us what is Pippin about?
I would love to, but actually, I'm going to pass it off to one of our performers. Her name is Miss Eileen Perez. She's right here.
Was she aware of this, or is this a surprise to her?
Yes, she'll come up right now and hope it'll pick up. Eileen is playing the role of the leading player in our production, who kind of narrates the story. So if anyone is going to know what this show is about, it is her.
Gotcha. Hi there.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly.
Okay, yes. So Pippin, well, first and foremost, it's a show within a show. Pippin is about a man named Pippin. He is trying to go through life finding fulfillment that he can't find. And as you see, this beautiful cast is the circus, and they seem to be doing this for numerous of times, for years and years and years. I won't spoil the end, so people who are watching, they can come and see it and find out. They have a routine of how the show is, and here comes this new Pippin, and through the course of the show, he's trying to find his fulfillment, his purpose in life, but he is destined to break out of character and find his actual fulfillment, and he kind of like I said, breaks out of character, and the leading player doesn't really like that. So it kind of spirals her world into like this crazy mess. So yeah, that's essentially. I don't really want to give much out. That way that you guys can come see the show and find out yourselves.
Yeah, definitely. By the way, we will be doing a giveaway for tickets, for a pair of tickets, and my fault. I kind of forgot to put it in the ad for the show a couple days ago. So we'll do that before Friday, and I'll coordinate with Brandon so we can get a lot of
Perfect.
people watching and do a giveaway on tickets.
Yes.
So how many are in the cast for Pippin?
Our cast is 21 people. And raise your hand if this is your first main stage show here at Camille.
Oh, a lot of first timers.
Yep, a lot of experienced performers, but new to the Camille stage, which is incredible.
That's awesome. What is okay, let's talk the basic stuff first. Ticket prices are going to be...
For this production, it'll be $25. And if you are seated in our incredible auditorium, which has a little bit limited seating due to some surprises, they are $25.
Gotcha. And you are playing Friday at what time is showtime? 7 p.m. or 8 p.m.?
8 o'clock. Our lobby will open at 7 o'clock, where we will have some concessions, including some specific circus-themed ones as well to get people excited.
So Friday and Saturday, 8 p.m. And what about Sunday?
Sunday is at 2 p.m., so our lobby will open at 1 p.m. And those days are always crazy with events happening at the zoo, the Children's Museum, so make sure to get here with ample time for parking.
That's awesome. Yeah, definitely. People, I think, one of the reasons I do this is just trying to get people aware of theater and get people out of the house. I know COVID took a nasty hit on a lot of families and a lot of lives. Everybody stuck at home and cabin fever or whatever you want to call it. And it's time to get out already. It's time.
Definitely. And we have persevered and we have pushed through. And even last season, which was our soft reopening to the community, we were able to put on 6 incredible performances. And actually, we have someone in our cast right now who was part of every single show last season as well.
Oh, wow.
And yes, Miss Melanie Esparza, who...
Hey there.
She can come on down. She's an incredible performer, singer, dancer. She can tell you anything about any of our shows.
So are you in all the shows for this season as well?
Well, that is the plan.
Yeah. Cool. You got a little Michael Jordan there who didn't miss a game at all. Yeah, that's awesome. So Brandon, I wanted to ask you, I'll get back to you guys in just a second. Brandon, I wanted to ask you, how do you go about selecting which productions you're going to do, and how far ahead do you plan for that?
Well, for this season, this summer, we were able to plan out an incredible array of differently themed shows that will cross different timelines and appeal to so many people, and as well as just bring many different stories to our valley. The artistic director is the one who kind of plans out the season and then presents it to our board of directors. So they are the ones to kind of figure that out in tandem, and then they pick the show hopefully with enough ample time to let the public know. And then for this show particularly, when everything crazy happened in 2020 with everything closing down and shutdowns and such, the Camille was actually in process of getting ready to perform Pippin. Oh. And then everything canceled. We had to stop with our rights and we had to, pause the production. And then literally 2 years went by. And when we got ready for this season, we figured what better show to revamp us with a whole new solid season than what we were going to do in 2020.
Right. Yeah. Great idea. So what is the age range? Who's the youngest and who's the oldest of the cast right now?
Well, it is an array of ages. This show is timeless and appeals to so many people, both on stage and in the audience. I believe our youngest is here in front. Ms. Helen Cano.
And how old is Helen?
She's 13.
Oh, okay. Is this your first time, or have you already done a few of these? Oh, I got no sound. She's gonna have to come a little closer. There you go.
Shows here before.
Oh, okay. So you have done. So you're not nervous or anything like that, or do you still get nervous before each going out on stage?
But yeah.
That's awesome. And then, well, not to single anybody out, but who's the oldest cast member?
Well,
Brandon, you don't count, are you?
everyone is timeless, but the one with the most experience.
Well, you don't have to give an age necessarily. Just who's an older member.
Helen is our youngest at 13, and next is 14, which is Deborah. Is it you? It's me. Miss Deborah Garza.
Heather, and how many productions have you been in?
I did Humbug last Christmas, and I took a little bit of a sabbatical, and now I'm back with Pippin.
Oh, cool. So this is not your first time, so you're okay being on stage.
Yeah, this is not my first rodeo.
I'm always fascinated how people get nervous on stage, and then how do they overcome that? How did you overcome getting nervous, or maybe you didn't get nervous on stage the first time?
No, I just become one with the music, and I honestly stop being me and I become my character.
So when you guys are on stage, I know the lights are on. Can you even see the crowd well, or do you just see mostly like
not really
white light?
No,
yeah,
it blinds you. In fact, I don't even perform with my glasses because I don't need them.
Yeah, so I suppose there's no intimidation of just seeing everyone like sitting there watching you. Hey, see, that's a good technique right there. If you wear glasses, just don't wear them, and then you won't focus on the crowd too much.
There you go.
Yeah, great technique. Awesome. Who else? What's a prominent, another important role in Pippin? You might want to throw.
There's a good handful of principal performers in the show. Obviously, we do have our named character, which the show is named after, which is Pippin.
Yeah.
Which is being played by Quique Diaz.
Front and center. There you go. So he's Pippin. Yep.
And tonight we actually have his understudy going in, Rolando. Oh, he's way in the back. He's making his way up.
Ah, there he is. I see him.
Yeah, yes. So we have planned for one of the shows for the 6 understudies that have been preparing the role will go on in place of their named principal, so that their incredible hard work can be showcased for one of the nights.
Let's see. Being asked a question that's a good question. Can you ask them if their audiences sing along with some of the shows?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I know with a lot of our big name musicals, we will have people in the audience singing along. And with this show in particular, there is a little bit of the breaking of the fourth wall. And we actually invite people to sing in this show. So we are more than happy to welcome people. We'll consider it their audition for the next show. Be great.
That's awesome. And then they're asking, let's see, dates for the tickets are the 16th, 17th, and 18th. And they are $25. And
then
Sunday
the following weekend as well, the 23rd, 24th, and 25th.
Okay, so the same Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, the same schedule, 8 p.m., and then 2 p.m. on Sunday.
Correct.
Okay, for both weekends. That's awesome. Let's see what else. Who is? So is everyone here scheduled for every production this season?
Well, the way that it works here in the theater is each show, everyone must audition. So we only need a certain number of people, and there are people who are interested in some shows and not the others. So we do not guarantee parts in the rest of the season. However, this experience will look good on their resume as they come into audition for another show.
So just because, okay, I guess that does make sense. I assumed if somebody auditioned the first time, that means that they're in for everything else that comes up. But they still they still have to audition and try out.
Correct. Every show we invite people to audition, and even if you were in the show before, you have to audition if you're interested in getting a role in the show.
Wow, that's harsh. Just let everybody do whatever they want all season. Everybody's in.
Well, I mean, each show calls for different things, so it's maybe you're perfect for the acrobat, but maybe not so perfect for the singing nun. So we may have to look elsewhere for that.
Do most of you want to continue to have a career in acting or in theater or in production and something like that? You guys enjoy that stuff? Yeah.
Yes, we definitely have people here who have studied, are studying to be in music, theater, dance, and who are doing it as a living and teaching and all those things.
That's awesome. So, yeah, definitely. If somebody can come out, I think it's a great, especially on Sunday. I mean, for that matter, Saturday too. It's a great weekend out. Go to the zoo across the street and maybe grab a bite after, and then work your way to the Playhouse and watch one of these productions. In this case, this is the 59th season, correct? That's right, 59. I got that number right?
That is correct.
That's awesome. Now, Brandon, if you can come up, I want to ask you now about your next one. Not too much detail into it, but is there any other controversy or anything else come up because of that title? I know we kind of touched on it a couple of weeks ago.
Do you need anything else from our cast and crew members?
No, I think we're good. Everyone's great. You guys are all awesome. And yes, I do want to come and watch your production. I can't wait to see you guys. Thank you all.
Oh, very quick. Before they have to get ready to continue with the second part of their rehearsal, but before they leave, Miss Marty would like to say something.
Oh,
Marty DeGregorio.
Marty. Hi, Marty.
Hi, Manny.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having us again. We appreciate the exposure. We appreciate you taking the time. These people, I was going to say kiddos, but they're not all kiddos. This cast is just amazing, as you will see. I hope you witness it for yourself, because it's one thing to talk about it. It's one thing to sit in the rehearsals, but it's another thing to actually be engulfed in the excitement of the night when the lights go down and the orchestra starts tuning up. It's just a feeling that is unlike any other. Like I say in my warm-ups, all the art is fine. If you paint, that's wonderful. If you do sculptures, that's wonderful. If you sing, that's wonderful. But to step on that stage, am I right? When you step on that stage and you have that passion, it just transforms you. And like Deborah said, you forget your Marty, you forget your Kike, you forget your Helen, you forget everything, and you become that person. And yes, you are nervous, because it's human nature to be nervous, to be watched by 300 people. But you get over it. You take that first step and it disappears, doesn't it? You're okay. But when you're in the wings waiting and your cue comes on and it's time for it to go on, it's just you just want to not do it all of a sudden, but you do, and it's wonderful. So we thank you again. They're just absolutely outstanding. They and to touch on what Melanie said, and you asked her about every single show. Yeah, this is a community theater, and if you feel like you need to audition, then you come and audition. And if you are right for that part, you'll get it. But not because you've got a history with us means that you automatically get it. Yeah. It's a community theater. So we're open for everybody that auditions. And sometimes we're disappointed because we don't get the part that we auditioned for. But they concur with that. But then sometimes you get the part that you didn't even think you were right for. But the director sees something in you. He cast you in that part, and you are absolutely wonderful and thriving, and you blossom. And so it's all part of showbiz, Manny. It's all part of showbiz. And I just want to congratulate each one of you for the investment of time that you've made. And of course, what can we say about Brandon? And if you'll, oh, he's getting an applause. If you'll permit me, I have a board member here, David Salinas, that's very faithful, and he's always here at everything. And I appreciate him, and he's going to come around and he's going to say hello. And then I have another surprise for you. He just, you know, they make the effort to come, Manny, so it's right that we give them 2 minutes of time.
How's it going?
Hey, there's a friendly face.
Yes, sir. What's up?
How you doing,
I've
David?
never even tried. Like, hit the ground, I won't get up. Anyway.
No, you're all right there. So yeah, so what do you do for the production, for the Playhouse?
Well, you know, I have the honor of marketing the Playhouse and marketing, you know, every show, and just getting the word out there that we're here in the Midi Cultural District in Brownsville. A lot of people don't know about us, but you know, we're plugging away. And like I said, it is an honor. I love this theater. I mean, it was when I decided to move back to Brownsville. You know, I had been performing out in California, and I said, I'm going to do the same thing I was doing in California here. So when I got here, they opened up their doors. So I'll do anything for this theater. It's a great venue.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know every time we talk about it, once we're getting ready for, you know, like the season's coming up or each production's coming up, you're very passionate about it. You're very excited about it. And yeah, I totally see how you enjoy, you know, your affiliation there.
Yes, definitely. And it's nice to see both sides. I've been a performer, and then now I'm a member, you know, I'm the honor of being on the board, and you just get to see both sides, and
yeah,
it's very important. So
that's awesome. Awesome. Thank you for what you do. It's awesome.
sure.
And David is kind of my liaison, you know, between Marty and the production and Brandon. So every time there's something going on, yeah, I talk to David a lot. So it's awesome.
And I thank you for helping us out, Manny. I really do. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Manny, if you'll allow me, I have another introduction. I have a former board member of the Camille Playhouse here. He accompanied me here tonight. He is a busy man at the university, but he's now finding that he's going to have a little bit more time. And he just broke the news to me tonight that he plans to audition for something this season. So I'm very happy to welcome him back. He hasn't been to the theater, you know, pandemic, and then he's working on his doctorate, and all these things get in the way. But now he's back, and I'd like to introduce you to Michael Aldape.
Awesome.
Hi, Manny. How are you?
Hey,
Good
how
to
you
meet
doing?
Doing well, thank you.
Awesome. So
Good
what is
stuff.
you're a board member? Is that correct?
Former board member, longtime Camille supporter. I grew up coming to the Camille as a kid, watching just about every play and musical. Finally, getting the courage to audition back in 2012. Marty and I were in a show together then, and joined the board after that. And it's just such an amazing fixture in our community, and so it's an honor to be able to be a part of it.
And what are you going to audition for?
I'm hoping to audition for, and Brandon, you're going to have to forgive me, I don't remember the title, but the Agatha Christie show. The Spider's Web. The Spider's Web.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And what your experience acting or in the arts?
Absolutely. So I've been acting since I was 6. Loved theater since then, but took a long hiatus away to pursue my education and build my career. But it's going to be good to be back. Yes.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to seeing you in a future production.
Thank you, and thank you for supporting us. Appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Manny. I leave you with Brandon.
Okay, Marty. Thanks.
Hi, Manny.
All right. Yeah, that's freaking a whole lot of fun. I definitely would like to be there for your opening night. For sure.
It will be fun. I know we're having some special things as it is our season opener, and we're ready to invite people back into our doors for this year.
Yeah, definitely. Have you had any? Okay, I started to ask you about your next production after this, Again, I don't want to get into it too much because we'll do a show, for then when that time comes next month.
No, definitely. Well, I know
anything else coming, the controversy we said about the name itself or what it's about, and any other things come up regarding that?
No, I mean, for those that have not seen, and I know it's on different posters, it's produced different ways, but the entire title of the show is Mojada a Medea in Los Angeles. And the show, and you can look it up it is by Luis Alfaro, and it talks about the story of a family who is immigrated from Mexico into Los Angeles. And it begins as this tragic story of what is going on and how that change of lifestyle will affect people negatively and just the mental toil that it takes on people. And from there, how I don't want to give things away, but the way that she's the main character is Medea, and how she is particularly affected by it.
Awesome. So that sounds like that could be a great production as well.
Oh yes, we've had a lot of interest, and like you said, like the name immediately sparks interest. Yeah. Whether it is a very interesting thing or just people are just taken aback by the word. Yeah. But as soon as people look into it and begin the research of what this show is about and what it teaches, I know that it's going to leave people in awe and very excited to see it again even.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, COVID, or now there's monkeypox, or any of those that are coming back. Well, they say they're coming back strong. Are you gonna do anything special? Are you still gonna do separate spaced seating?
We are encouraging
fire masks, that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's all encouragement right now at this point. I know we cannot regulate it with state regulations and such. Like you said, we do encourage it just to continue the safety of those around us. We are going to sanitize our seat to make sure everything is safe on our end. We're going to encourage masks. We will provide free paper masks if they would like some, but ultimately they are not required. Same thing with the seating. We are encouraging spaced out seating to make sure that people feel comfortable, and we all do that anyway. If we know that there's not a lot of people, we're going to space ourselves out. But ultimately, we're not going to regulate it. So if they would like to sit up right next to the other people in the front row, go ahead.
And are you going to do? You mentioned you were going to do concessions before. Is that before every production? You're going to do that?
Yes. So
what kind of things are on the menu there?
Well, we have our standard, little sweets and some salty goodies, and then some refreshments, some sodas, water. We do offer some complimentary wine for those that are of age. And, if they would like to give a donation for that, we gladly accept it. And then for this show, we are partnering with another a business from Brownsville who is going to help us by providing fresh buttered popcorn popped here on site.
Nice, very nice.
Yes. So tying in with the circus theme of our show, we wanted to add just a little something for our season opener and make it really exciting and have people, besides singing along, they'll all be munching out on popcorn. So it'll be a nice camaraderie feeling.
Yeah, it'll be a fun thing. Now, are people allowed to bring in their own snacks and that kind of thing?
Unfortunately, no. We don't accept or don't allow anything from outside. Yeah. We have our lobby space area and they can finish it here, but once they get into our auditorium, we ask for them to dispose of it.
Right. And if you think you're slick and you want to hide something and slip it in, just make sure it's not loud and crunchy and you got a loud plastic wrapper. Otherwise, you'll be asked to step outside for a minute.
My mom was notorious for bringing in corn nuts or chicharrones, so we can't really have that now.
Gotcha. No, that's awesome. If you have anything else to add, otherwise, I appreciate you guys coming out, and sounds like a fun production actually.
Yeah, it's a very fun, and they just continued because there's no time to stop. So this one, we're going to have a live orchestra for it. We're going to have some very incredible performers. And then we have a lot more to offer in this season. With 7 shows in total, we're going to be touching all sorts of different topics and different, just characters, and it's going to be a great time. The we are going to have a big event in October, which is our Katrina experience, which is tied to Dia de los Muertos and the ofrendas that we will be putting up in our facility, which is a beautiful, beautiful event. And I know that the process to begin it all is going to happen shortly. So for those that are interested in that, keep an eye out. And the last thing is we are doing a membership program with us this year. So if people are interested in getting a season ticket, that is the first level of the membership. After that, there are different tiers which offer different bonuses to being here in the theater. For some of the higher up ones, it includes reserved seating in our auditorium. There's reserved parking. There's multiple season tickets. And all of them have access to a special opening night champagne ceremony that we are having on the 16th of this month.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, that's a funny story about it. David can tell you about Katrina. When that came up last season, I was like, Katrina, yeah, we're doing a story about a hurricane. What is it? What is it? And I remember I couldn't figure it out. I was like, okay, I guess there's a Katrina story in there too. And then everyone enlightened me about everything about that. So yeah, right. I felt appropriately like an idiot for a little while. So I have a good question here. Is there any plans to do anything online to make this or any of these or somehow? I mean, is that even possible? Because I know I do have viewers from out of the country. They're in the country, but elsewhere, other than Brownsville or Texas, for that matter. Or some who maybe just can't get to the theater.
Right? And yeah, we definitely understand that, and we know that we have patrons and we have people who don't live here in Brownsville. One thing we have looked into, and especially when it comes to the summer shows, because there's so many kids that are part of it, there is a way that when we apply for our shows, that there is an additional fee that we can pay. That, and it's a very limited, specific way that and specific shows that can be streamed and recorded and then put on places. So yeah, I know we've looked into that, especially with people out of town who want to support and see what's going on here in their like hometown theater. But as of right now, we're still working on that to make it just as clean as possible and make sure it's all legal.
And even if you could, maybe, and I don't know, just an idea, maybe have one of those productions per season that'll be showcased and available on, instead of every single one. Just do one per season and just pick one maybe at the beginning of the season to get people interested. So I don't know, just an idea.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that would simplify things, and just our biggest name one maybe, to be able to draw in people's attention.
Excellent. Well, listen, I appreciate you coming out, and it should be great. I do plan on being there for opening night. I'll talk to you guys.
Sounds good. Yes, let us know.
I'll do a giveaway show probably, I'm going to say Tuesday. Okay. I'll start advertising it and then so we can get a nice big crowd on Tuesday and see if we can give away a pair of tickets.
Perfect. Sounds good to us.
That'd be awesome. Excellent. Anything else you want to plug or anything else you want to say before we wrap up?
Nope. Just visit our website if you have any other questions, CamillePlayhouse.net. Everything is there for the season and auditions as well if anyone's interested. So please come on out.
And if somebody wants to support the Playhouse, you're out of town or you just can't make it and you just want to help out financially, they can do that at CamillePlayhouse.net as well, correct?
Yes, correct.
Awesome. Yep, a lot of commentators. A lot of people out of town, they're like, man, I wish I lived closer. I wish I come out and check it out.
Check out our photos. I know that we're going to have production photos and on our Facebook, our Instagram, everything like that. To give I know it's not a complete clip, but there's actually some videos as well on some of those sources, just to get an idea of what's happening here.
And any update on what happened with Hamilton, how that's going? Do you yourself have any updates on? All I know is that they agreed to pay the fine, and
yes, I know that it was all rendered and it was all done, and they've taken action to what they've done, and I'm glad that there was a way to clear it up and to resolve it, and hopefully give enlightenment to the process that is applying for rights and getting all of that done.
Right. Yeah, that's a very touchy thing, but it's a very important thing as well. You got to follow the rules. You can't just change the script where you want to.
Exactly.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, Brandon and Marty, David and Michael, right? That was Michael.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you all. Thanks for coming up and saying a few words. And,
Yes. Thank you so much, Manny.
Share the video. Once it's up there, once we're done, it'll be available, just a couple of minutes, and just share it. And everybody come out and see Pippin starting next week, Friday, officially Friday. Awesome.
Perfect. Thank you.
Excellent. We'll see you next time around.
Sounds good. Bye, man.
Have a good night. Everyone, thank you for joining in, and we will see you next time.